Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Happy Friday. It is going to be Flex Friday coming up. I'm recording this video at 1 a.m. on Friday. I have two esports plays for you later on in the video. But first of all, I wanted to go over 3 plays that I'd given out on the Winnable and on the YouTube channel. Here is a big $250 win that we got. Gave this out for free on the Winnable. This is the Justin G MMA boost that PrizePicks was giving out. And I gave this, but if you didn't get to take this play, at least this is a reminder for you to put that in one of your slips, because this is a freebie. It's a, bingo in the middle, X, like we take those all the time. So this is a play that I'm waiting for. It's in progress because this fight is on Saturday night against Max Holloway. So he should get, obviously, 1 strike unless he's going to get 1 strike. So here's the $250. So we paired up right here 2 Counter-Strike plays. We had correlation. We went more between Party Astronauts and Boss. So these 2 maps ended up going just insane. This guy got 43, this guy got 46, and then I had 2 fantasy score lesses on the NBA. I feel like the NBA is kind of like in shambles right now, to where we're waiting for the playoffs, and a lot of these fantasy scores to me are kind of too high. So I put the less on a couple of these here. If you see, like on DraftKings and Underdog and other books, his fantasy score, Jared Allen, was sitting at like 33.5, and then we had like 34.5 right here. So even those 2 points that you can get, it means a lot in the long run. I talk about that in a lot of my videos. If LeBron James, his rebounds is sitting at 9.5, and other sports books it's at 8.5, then we're going to want to hit the under, because just that 1 rebound that you can get in the long run is going to be efficient for you. So here is a slip, like I said, gave out on Winnable and was a W. Here is a slip I gave out on yesterday's YouTube video. Not a lot to take from here. I mean, it was just a loss. We paired up guys on teams here, here, and here, and this play just really didn't show a lot of correlation. I mean, these were wrong, these are wrong, and then this play did show correlation. It was just on the wrong side. We needed to hit less on this and would have went 4 out of 6. And then here is another play that I gave out. I believe this one was on the MVP for the Winnable. This did show correlation. This is a positive thing to look at. Map 1 kills here. We had 12 and 13.5, and they tripled those lines. And then we did hit correlation on game 1 between Sharks and Pain. But Imperial and Audic, Mateos and Decency, we had the more on this game. They ended up actually going less. So once again, this is showing correlation. We were just on the wrong side. So I've been talking about that a lot in my videos, is that, we see these correlated plays kind of as 1 slip combined. So we really just have to be on the right side of 3 different slips, and we can hit that big 25x payout that we're looking for. But that's not always going to happen, right? We saw it in the slip right here. This didn't do that, but a lot of the times when we go back and review these are showing correlation. We just need to hit on 3 of them, right? Or I guess 6, but three pairs. A lot of the time they are going in the same direction. So that's kind of the advantage that we have over PrizePicks doing these correlated esports plays. So here's our Real Friends community. We started our main YouTube channel, Real Friends in Football, 2 years ago, and me and Miles were very passionate about football and gambling. We wanted that channel to initially be a gambling channel, but we kind of started doing other football videos, and we were seeing more success doing that. And so we were like, all right, let's kind of flip this channel into Real Friends in Football, focus on just a general football. We have a lot of like a younger crowd on that channel as well. So some people just aren't really into the whole gambling thing. So after the Super Bowl, me and Miles were like, hey, we kind of got this YouTube thing. We got a handle. We're comfortable in front of the camera. We've been doing this for a couple years. We know how to do the thumbnails. And so we're like, hey, let's do the RFF Picks channel. And, we've been doing this for a month and a half now. We're already at 633 subscribers. So thank all of y'all for, following along in this journey. I feel like we kind of had bad luck right when we started the channel, because we've only hit 1 6 out of 6 play, and that was a month ago. But if you can see below, in the long term, I am positive. I am up 7% ROI, 500 units in the past 3 years, and over 7,000 bets. So I made a lot of bets. There are going to be times where we kind of go down, but you kind of just have to trust the process thing. I know that's difficult for some of y'all to kind of soak in, but I'm telling the truth. I have my face in the camera. You know, I have been doing this for a long time. I've been gambling for 12 years. The first like 9 years of my gambling career were kind of up and down, not very positive. Over the last 3 years, I've been taking this thing very, very seriously. Every single bet that I make is calculated in some way. I bet with my brain and I don't bet with my heart. Everything I do has some sort of math calculation behind it. We want to win in the long term. Like I was talking about earlier, if there are books out there that are showing LeBron's rebound total at 8.5, and we're given 9.5, then we want to bet the under on that, right? Because we're comparing between books, and a lot of the books they don't like talk to each other, but that's like kind of the line that we have to assume that is correct. And you know, if you're able to get one difference in a rebound in the long term, that is successful, and you can see it here below. So this is our winnable. What this is, it's kind of a website, a Twitter, or a social media to where you can get texts or emails on the plays that we post. So any play that we post on YouTube is going directly to our free plan. If you sign up for the free plan, you're going to get a text or email on that. And then the MVP plan is going to be every single one of me and Miles's bets that we make. Our NFL draft is coming up as well. Miles is like a god when it comes to NFL draft. He's very committed to doing that. And so we should have plays out for that as well. We're going to expand. Right now, it's just kind of like esports going on. You know, basketball, we're waiting for playoffs, and basketball is just kind of like a weird sport. It can be very difficult to gamble on sometimes because there's just a lot of, you know, variance and benching and stuff, minutes, all that kind of stuff. But football is something we're very good at. Esports, obviously, we're waiting for the football season to start up again. We'll have a lot of bets out for that. But if you want to sign up for a free month of RFF picks, type in code RFF at the checkout, and you will get a free month on that. And if you want to cancel, that is completely fine. So like I said, I'm giving out 2 plays today. I gave out this play on Winnable very earlier, but you know, some of these plays that I'm giving out are kind of early, and I just want to I just don't know when some of y'all are watching this video and looking at it, and so I just felt, hey, screw it, I'm gonna give out 2 plays today. You know, some of these, like I said, the next play is going to be like 9 a.m. and right now I'm recording at 1 a.m. so I hope y'all have some time. Like I said, if you missed out on one of these plays, you can kind of just look at all of these 2 plays as 12 picks, or maybe like 6 subsets of picks, right? Because we're pairing up people. And then you also have the free play, the Justin G free play as well for MMA. So once again, we're doing all correlated Counter-Strike plays on this slip. We're hoping for long, drawn-out matches between these 2 teams. I've talked about it in, you know, previous videos. What we're looking for here is, you know, long, drawn-out fights between these 2 Counter-Strike teams. I just feel like I'm repeating myself all the time, but we want these athletes, these esports athletes, to be on the field as much as possible, right? So if these are close games, then both teams are going to be on there all the time, because these have like a 25 map. Like, they go up to 25 maps, and if one team crushes the other, there's an opportunity for only like 15 games to be played. And we want there to be 25 games, so we want them to go back and forth. And like I said, we've seen it in the past to where these guys are crushing their totals sometimes. And so we're going for more. We're pairing up 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to be the first slip, and then the second slip. We're actually doing a bunch of different esports right here. I feel like there's not a lot to work with, so I kind of had to work between different ones, but it doesn't really matter, because what really matters is just pairing up like this, and this, right? And there is a little bit of a payout shift because PrizePicks is kind of picking up on the correlation. And so it's very minuscule, though. It's a 24x instead of a 25x. And we're still getting 2x if we do hit on the 5. So we're going to do a, 3 different esports here. We're going to go League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and Valorant. Valorant is very similar to Counter-Strike. So first of all, in League of Legends, if you have 2 guys together, bot lane and mid lane, I've talked about it in the past, League of Legends is a very snowbally game, right? So if one team, BJK, is favored, which they are here, they're favored in this matchup, they should completely stomp the team that they're playing within 3 games. They should 3-0 them. And if everyone is eating on the team, or if one player is eating, then everyone eats. Like, it's just a snowball effect, right? So if the mid laner or the bot laner gets a couple kills, they start getting into team fights, and everyone starts killing, and they could get 20 kills and just completely end the game, right? So we're kind of hoping for that. And even if the other team is kind of in the game a little bit, that kind of helps sometimes because they can just slowly start eating them alive. And all the time, or most of the time at least, these teams that are heavily favored kind of just like take the game. Like, even if they're behind in the beginning, which is sometimes good for us, they will win at the end. Like, they just will stomp the opponents. So we have Less right here. We have Bleed and Alliance going against each other. We're taking the Less, and then Valorant. Sorry, I always say Valorant. Valorant. We have Team Liquid and FUT Esports going against each other. We're going to take the Less. I looked on a couple of other books, and I saw these lines at like 31, or no, not 31, 28. I saw this line at like 28, and then on other books, and then I saw this one at like 31.5. So I talked about it. We want to take these little advantages that we get, and then also pairing up in a correlated sense that is also strategical as well. So that is going to be the entire slip, 2 slips once again that we're taking. Sorry for the late video. I feel like my sleep schedule is just like completely messed up right now, and I need to get it back on track. So after this video, I'm going to sleep. I need to start waking up at 9 in the morning and just like having a better life balance. And right now I'm just like getting these plays out super late. And so I felt the need to get out 2 picks for y'all today. So those are going to be the 2 picks, and let's finally hit a 6 out of 6. We're waiting for the moment again, and I'm kind of scared because PrizePicks is kind of picking up on this. They're kind of payout shifting, and that's not what we want to see, but we'll find ways to beat them eventually. We just have to think a little bit more. We had to kind of do that in the NFL, where they started picking up a little bit on it as well. But there are little ways that we can kind of beat them, right? And we'll figure it out. But those are going to be the plays. And thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow.